Everybody, welcome to another episode of Wrestle Watch Podcast. I am Cassidy Haynes, owner of BodySlam.net, and I'm joined as always with Tom Talks Rubbish. And we're here to watch a wrestling match and give you guys some commentary. And this is one of my favorite matches, but we're going to get into that in just a second. If you haven't done so yet, please follow and subscribe to the BodySlam.net YouTube channel. You should see a little thing here going across the bottom if you don't yet. Wait, wrong one. Hold on. There we go. There's the URL if you don't know it yet, but you should already be following us and subscribe to us, but we appreciate it if you do so.
Unless they've jumped over from my side, believe it or not.
Yeah, and if not, then subscribe to the channel down here. We appreciate it, guys. And give this video a thumbs up. We appreciate that as well. It helps people see it. And let's do some more housekeeping. So, if you're not yet, we have a Twitter account for the podcast where we do our polls and have a little bit of fun with everybody, and you should follow that. It's on Twitter. It's at Wrestle Watch Pod, and you can find all of our engagement there where we run our polls to see what matches we're going to pick for the week and all that good stuff. And this week we had a poll. If you missed it, you didn't get the chance to vote for us, but that's okay. We had a good time. We've had some good stuff. Let's see what we picked this week for everybody. The choices this week. What was that?
I was going to say, I didn't promote it as much because I was on vacation.
You're on vacation, buddy. That's fine. And it's not a big deal. We got some votes, though. But this week, the choices were, excuse me, we had Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles from Wrestle Kingdom 11. They came in with 26.8% of the vote. Coming in third place, we had a tie.
Wasn't it?
Yep, that was one of yours. Then we had a tie for third place between Edge and Ric Flair from Raw. I think it was in January. I don't remember the exact date, but it was a TLC match from Raw in 2006. Had 14.6, and so did the Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks from All Out 2019 in that ladder match for the AAA tag titles. That had 14.6% vote as well. But the winner this week, one of my favorite matches, and it's a match that literally I think it was the first pay-per-view match that I got to see timely, like the Monday after it happened. So like it happens over the weekend, and then Monday I was a kid, so I was 7 years old when this happened. I was in Latchkey, which I don't know if you know what Latchkey is. It might be an American thing where like if you're in elementary school or like the primary, like little school, like your little kid school, primary school, or whatever people want to call it. They have like an after school thing if your parents can't pick you up, or if you don't ride the bus, they do latchkey, where it's like just like afternoon daycare where you just pretty much just run around the gym and fucking get into trouble. But the latchkey lady, I guess, was a big wrestling fan, and we had movie day on that Monday. She wheeled in a TV. And she popped in the VHS. I guess she wanted to watch it. I think somebody brought it for her to watch that day. So she's like, I'm going to watch wrestling at school. So she popped this in, and that was my first ever chance to watch it. I remember my parents came, and it wasn't quite over yet because like they would show up about 5:30 in the afternoon. And so like that's about the main event time because it's like a 2.5 hour before the main event. We're going to get to that.
So you watched the whole pay-per-view?
They popped in the very beginning, so I watched the wwhole pay-per-view when I was a kid. Like I said, that Monday.
You meant just this match, man.
No. I watched the whole thing as a kid, so I got to watch the whole pay-per-view. My parents, I think it was my mom that came to pick me up that day, right about the time that the main event was happening, and I refused to leave until I got to watch the end of this match. So, like, my mom had to sit there and latchkey and watch this match with me until it was over, and then I went home. But the winner is from the Great American Bash, 1990. Sting versus Ric Flair for the world title, and this is the match where Sting wins his first ever world championship, by the way. So yeah, this is a fun one. This is a good one. This was my pick, I think, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, what you thinking going into this?
Well, you seemed annoyed with me that I watched it.
Yeah, bro, you're totally robbing everybody of the organic reactions. Like, to do research, you shouldn't watch the match first. You should watch the build up for the match, maybe, so you know what's going into it. So that's what I would do. Like honestly, this is coincidental, but I've actually been in a WCW 1990 chronological watch. So I recently had just done the pay-per-view before this one and finished that one up, and have been watching all the weekend TV, like WCW Pro and Main Event leading up to this. And it just so happened that last night I was watching it, and it just finished tomorrow. They were like, all right, tomorrow night live from the Baltimore Arena, it's the Great American Bash 90. So I'm like, oh shit. So I've watched every TV episode leading up to this match tonight. So I got the whole backstory on what's going on with the dudes with attitudes and all that. You were saying. But yeah, because that's the point of the thing. I thought was to watch a match and organically have a reaction to things for the first time, especially if it's something you've never seen. Yeah, you know what I mean. So now you've already watched it 3 days before, so it's you're not getting that real-time
I do
reaction.
Get what you're saying.
Yeah, man, it's that kind of takes away from it to me because
I won't do that again then.
Yeah, because you see stuff that that you have a reaction, watch it the first time when you saw it that you're not going to have the second time through. You know what I mean?
I think it's hard for me because we turn the volume down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I get that. But that's why I was like I said, to know what's going on, I'll do the lead up. So I'll go and watch a couple of nitro. If we're watching a WCW pay-per-view, I'll watch the couple of nitros leading up so that I know what's happening for this match, or you know what I mean? Watch a little bit of the TV so that you get the build, and it doesn't really
That's a way to do it. I'll do that in future then.
Yeah, because that was my thing. That's why I was just gonna bust your balls about that. I'm like, yeah, man, shit, dude, you're robbing us of that organic, real life, real time. You seeing something for the first time, or seeing something you didn't notice the first time, or whatever. But that's okay, man. Whatever you want to do. I was just giving you a hard time. I don't really care. I know. I don't really care. I'm a ball buster. I don't really care what you do. But that's what I thought the purpose of this was
when you said it, I was like, yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I thought that's what we were doing, was watching it and doing our real time commentary of getting it because a lot of these things I haven't seen 20 years or less, some of them, you know what I mean? So it's I'm watching it for the first time as we do it. So again, you know what I mean? Because my memory is not the best anyway, because I smoke way too much weed, so shit totally resets. So for me, a lot of this is a rewatching of because I don't remember a lot of the stuff that's happening.
No, I get you.
But anyway, so had you seen this before you watched it, I guess 3 nights ago?
No, and this is why I sort of watched it, because I was like, I want to know the crowd reaction, because you said the crowd reaction was one of the biggest things on this, correct?
Oh, you can see just them pop, the whole because the crowd was real hot for Sting right here. This was the peak of. Sting had been chasing this belt for a hot minute, and before this, the Horsemen brought him into the Horsemen because they didn't want him to wrestle Flair, and that was their way. It was
the old joke of everyone turns on Sting.
Well, the Horsemen always turn on Sting, but the reason they brought him into the Horsemen was so that he wouldn't end up challenging Flair, because you're not going to wrestle one of our own for the belt. We're here to protect the belt, kind of thing. And then Sting won the rights to wrestle for the title, and he's they got pissed off that he was gonna wrestle for the belt, and turned on him in the Clash of Champions and broke his leg and tore his ACL and all that, and he had to have surgery. So now Sting was out for a while to repair this.
Was that legit?
No, he heard it. He heard it in a match, and they used the whole thing to ride. He actually did have surgery, but it wasn't the Horseman hurt him.
That's what I was getting at.
No. He probably heard it in a match, and it was time to get. So they used that as a storyline way to write him off TV for 5-6 months. But so that's what had been happening here is Sting hadn't been on TV since probably February or something like that. And maybe before that, whenever the Clash of Champions was, I can't remember which one it was. I think it was in Knoxville or somewhere maybe. But so they've had, all his buddies have been. We're getting Sting's revenge. So this has been Sting's revenge for months. So everybody's been going after the Horsemen for taking out Sting. And Luger had a title match at the last pay-per-view, Wrestle War 90. They had a cage match because the Horsemen kept interfering, and Luger, of course, they got him again. They got inside the cage and beat the shit out of him. So it's just been months of the Horsemen just fucking with everybody and beating the shit out of everybody, and just strength in numbers. So what we're going on in this match is we got all Sting's buddies, the dudes with attitude,
handcuffed to all of Flair's buddies almost.
No, just one of them's handcuffed.
Oh.
There's only one handcuff, and that's Ole handcuffed to Elegante, and Elegante hadn't come out yet. But we've got like the Steiners, the Junkyard Dog, Paul Orndorff, I think Brian Pillman. Lex Luger would have been there, but he already had a match against Mean Mark, so I don't think the Undertaker earlier in this pay-per-view. So I don't think he's out there for this one. But yeah, they bring El Gigante, the 7'7" guy, out to be the one that handcuffs himself to Arn. They handcuff Ole to him. So that's who I think that's on with the handcuffs. And they sit him on the ramp, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah.
The whole time. So, but yeah, man, this was a big one for me, man. The crowd they were so invested in this angle and this storyline.
This was the one that I wanted to win because I knew how excited you would be.
Oh yeah, this one's I personally invested in this one, like I said, because when I was a kid, this was the pay-per-view that I got. This was like the first one I got to watch, not just going to the video store and renting the VHS like 6 months, a year after the pay-per-view came out. You know what I mean? Like I've been watching wrestling at this point pretty steadily as a kid for like about a year. Like, so we're probably about 6-8 months. So I think I started probably like 89. I'd watched it casually in like 89, but like by this point I'm in. I'm like every Saturday night I'm watching at 6:05 and every Saturday morning and then Sunday night at 6:05. So I'm all in at this point. But yeah, man, this is big for me as a kid, man. This was awesome. But we have it. If everybody's ready, go and load up your Peacock or your WWE Network app. Go to the WCW section. Go to the Great American Bash. Find it's broken down for me by seasons, which is stupid because it wasn't like season 4 of the Great American Bash.
Is this where Peacock gets a bit dumb? Yeah,
this is where Peacock gets dumb. So for me, it's season 4, episode 1 of the Great American Bash 1990, instead of it just being Great American Bash 1990. But so yeah, go to load that up, WCW Great American Bash 1990, and I am at the 2 hour, 23 minute, and 36 second mark, and that is right before Sting comes out. Jim Ross and Bob Caudle had just kicked it to the back to fucking turn on the music, and I think that's where we're good to go here. So I'll give everybody a few minutes to do that. I'm gonna take a sip of my beverage.
I've got the vacation blues today, so
I get that. I leave next week, by the way. We're gonna have to record it early. Or we're gonna have to find somebody to fill in for me because I fly out to Vegas Thursday morning.
Yeah, I was
like
going to speak to you about that off camera.
Yeah, so we'll have one of those. So I got vacation next week. So last week was yours. This one's mine next week. But
oh yeah,
I'm ready to go.
And by the way, I've got another one coming up soon.
That's fine. Good for you, buddy. Take as many as you want, dude. I got one coming up. I'm gonna be all over the place after next week because June I'm gonna be fucking everywhere. I think I'm gonna go to Slammiversary in Nashville on like the 11th, then Chicago at the end of the month, and then in July I've got Against All Odds, I think, in Atlanta, and then Impact, and then Starcast at the end of the month. So like I'm all over the place for the next couple of months after this. So don't worry about vacations, dude. We'll make it work. Take your time, have fun. But I think everybody should have time now to have loaded this match up, and if not, you should hit pause and do it anyway. So I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to count us down. We're going to go on. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, go. I'm ready. You're ready to go. So here goes the countdown. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. Crowd's hype. They're running. Camera's panning in. Sting sign. Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
All right.
This
now we're going.
So weird for me.
Now we're going to the back. Oh, you only are familiar with Crow Sting. So we got the Sparks coming down.
Yeah.
This is Red, White, and Blue America Sting, bro. This is the one. This shot right here with him, like, what do I do? There's sparks. I can't go through the sparks. I love this shot right here. Yeah. Do I go? I go? And he's just, like, fuck yeah. It was such a quality, like, awesome camera shot right there, man.
So I've seen a couple of Flair Sting matches, but all of them were Crow Sting.
Oh, man, you missed the good ones. That was Sting was good. That Sting and Flair would go 60 minutes back in these days, like in the 80s and the early 90s. So that the Flair you watched was old Flair when he was starting to doubt himself and didn't know he could do it anymore.
Yeah,
that's what they wrestled the last match on Nitro together.
I know. So I was just
Flair was wearing a shirt in that one because he didn't think he could. He was embarrassed about his body, didn't want to wrestle. Sting convinced him to go out and do it.
Didn't he cut this promo as well on that Nitro?
Who, Sting?
No, Flair. But that's sure beside the point.
Yeah, man, this arena. I've been in this arena.
I was gonna say, I thought you were there for this.
No. I was 7 years old, man. I was in North Carolina at the time. I wasn't able to travel then. My parents wouldn't take me places like that.
Oh, fair enough.
I was 7 years old. This though, I went to this arena for Full Gear in 2019. AEW. They were in this building.
Full Gear. What did that have on it? Oh, that had a match I'm going to recommend for next
week. It had MJF and Cody.
No, that was Revolution. The Full Gear was the one before it, where it had Cody versus Jericho.
That's what I was. Yeah, Cody versus Jericho, and MJF cost him the doing the towel or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Man, Nature Boy, hold them ropes for Nature Boy. Nobody's gonna do it. Yeah, get up here and hold these ropes, Ref. Come on, the fuck are you doing, Nick? There we go. Nick Patrick holding the ropes for Rick. The champion doesn't step through the ropes on his own. You got to hold the ropes for the champion, bro.
Remind me of my wrestling history, and I'm going to sound very dumb here. Ole Anderson is Arn Anderson's brother, right?
Storyline-wise, just like Undertaker's Kane's.
Oh, is it that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ole and Arn are not related.
I learn something from you, Cass, every time we do this.
Ole's kind of a racist.
Oh, yes. I do know about that.
I realized that a lot leading up to this match because there was a lot of promos with I can't believe I didn't even know why he was even involved in this at all, but Rocky King, and nobody really he ended up just friends with Junkyard Dog, African American wrestler, and they kept being very I don't know, Ole kept calling him boy, and just being very like, I was like, ooh, there's a lot of racism in this promo, but like that's just early 90s too, I guess. But so this big guy, El Gigante, he had been drafted by the Atlanta Hawks to play basketball.
That's not Giant Gonzalez, is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, but he was in WCW before he went to WWF. Yeah, he left shortly after this and went to WWF and did this.
Do you know what's weird as well? When I was watching this match the other day, hearing Jim Ross on commentary for WCW.
Oh man, that's where he started.
I know.
Actually, no, he didn't start in WCW. He started in fucking Watts' promotion out west. UWF or whatever it was.
I miss simple wrestling like this. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, yeah, this right here is so they wrestled at the Clash, the first ever WCW Clash for the belt, and that was Sting's first title match, and it went to a time limit draw. So like since the Clash of Champions won, they've been building to this, so it's been like 2 years.
Do you think you could do a build like this in wrestling anymore?
Yeah, not WWF because they don't, or WWE because they only give you at max 3-month arc.
And because they have so many pay-per-views.
I mean, if you think about it, Hangman's had a 2-year run to the title.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Sting had a 2-year build.
And he might.
Hangman, everybody expected him when he won the Joker at Double or Nothing in 2019 to be
the first ever champ.
Yeah, or like involved or the second champ. You know what I mean? Like right in on it. But 2 years later he's got the belt. So like, oh, those chops. This is give me another one, Flair. Woo! Sting gonna stare him down.
So is this when Flair's in his prime, in your opinion?
The back end of his prime.
Okay.
So 80s, the 80s Flair was in his prime. This is like the back end of it. I mean, he's not washed up yet by any means, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's not washed up, but he's not like spring chicken anymore.
No, yeah, he can still go like motherfucker, but he's in his probably 40s here, I would say, right? Let me look and see how old.
I love Sting. I think he's amazing.
Yeah, Sting was. I was always a fan of bad guys as a kid, but Sting was the only
you said this to me when we did our interview.
Face and good guy that I liked. Yeah, he was only the only baby.
Check that out on Tom Talks Rubbish if you haven't already.
Right? Plugs. Let's see. So Ric Flair.
Sorry, had to do that.
Ric Flair's 73 now. He's born in 49. So at this point, Ric Flair was 41 years old.
I can't believe he's having another match.
I'll be there for it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to StarCast.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Flair is 41 years old right here.
Mm.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It is still very strange to what I say this every week, and I will get used to it eventually. But matches without noise is still very strange.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, those knee drops, man, are fucking beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah, it was 88 when Sting and Flair fought to a 45-minute time limit draw at the Clash of Champions.
That'll have to go on the list because I'd like to see that at some point.
Yeah, that's a good one. So Sting was born in 59. So Sting was only 31 here. Sting was 31. Flair was 41 right here.
He was.
Oh, we're going up top.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. He's spry and quick, man. Nice cross body. Nobody's really like, oh man, everybody's into this match. Oh, Flair out there with the Steiners. Damn, look at that big dude. Look at that big security guy there on the guardrail.
Oh,
big homie right there in the middle. He's not even sitting down. He's just hanging on it. I love that apron too. That blue, yellow, and black WCW apron.
WCW always looks so much more cleaner than WWF.
I thought so too.
Like cleaner in the sense of it always pops a bit more.
Yeah, I just like the look of their ring and their ropes and their apron and everything. And WCW had this the ramp that AEW is kind of copying. That people, but it's received a lot of criticism this week.
Oh yeah, because it's a Danielson leg thing.
Yeah. Oh, look at the height on that elbow drop. Flair out of the way. Oh, it's time! Nope. Kicks him off. Woo! God, look at him. These two are feeling it, bro. Look at that crowd, man.
Again.
To the fucking rafters.
Standing remotely, definitely.
Oh yeah. This match was used for so many the video clips for packages for WCW like for years to come.
Hmm.
I would always see like little snippets of this match involved in all their little like kind of like the opening reel that they would do.
I think I asked you this question during what's it called? Our interview. But is this a match that if you could have been in the crowd for it?
Oh God,
yes,
yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I was the biggest Sting and Ric Flair fan as a kid ever. These are my two favorites.
Mm-hmm. Why is that going in my head?
That rampway's thick too. Like it's double the size that it usually is. I feel like. I don't even know. Yeah. I don't see the point in that. Like, it was a weird collection of dudes with attitude. Like, I don't know why the Junkyard Dog and Paul Orndorff were part of it, but all right.
I know why, but
Paul Orndorff had just gotten brought in from WWF and Junkyard Dog, so they were that was their main reason is they had just had returned within the last like 3 months from their like stint there for a couple of years, so they were brought back just put him in the main event picture somehow just to make him seem important because we just got him back from the events. But
yeah,
that was the thing is like they just came out of nowhere and were involved in this. Like they hadn't even been in the company until like they came to help Sting, which was funny. It's like, well, Sting's got friends everywhere.
Did you know who they were at this time? Because I know you weren't a big WWF guy.
Yeah, I remember who they were. Junkyard Dog I'd seen, and my mom knew who my mom knew who a lot of these people were, like Junkyard Dog and Paul Orndorff. But I'd watched WWF, even though, like, yeah, I mean, I watched it all. I did just yeah.
Oh, I get confused whether you'd watched it or whether.
No, I watched it. It just didn't. They just didn't air as often as WCW did down here. Like, we got WWF Super. I got like Saturday morning Superstars on Saturday morning or whatever show it was.
Oh, so it's like the equivalent of me with TNA, basically.
Probably. I got like I just wouldn't get as much. I got Saturday morning at 10 o'clock WWF Superstars, and then for a while we had Saturday night late, the main event. Saturday night's main event late. Missed it. Ah, my ass. Flair running around. Oh, knee drop. Another one. Oh, he misses it. Sting's going to lock in the figure four. No way. Ultimate insult. Look at the crowd, too. Shit. Everybody's on their feet.
Chops.
Where are you at?
I might have gone either slightly forward because Flair's just gone out the ring.
Oh yeah, Flair just rolled out of the ring right now, right? And he grabbed.
And then there was a chop. Then Flair just chopped
Sting's foot. He throws. Yep, just chopped him.
He throws him into the guardrail and he no-sold it basically.
Just threw him into the guardrail on me. Yeah. So how you got ahead?
I don't know, my friend.
I think you just started fast every time.
Maybe. I'm still learning.
Oh, well. Well, I'm not going to even try to fix it. Fuck it.
Huh?
I'm not even going to try to catch up because I don't know how to catch up to you because you're ahead of me. So I'm just going to
sorry about that.
I feel like you click on 3 instead of go.
That is a possibility.
That's why I run it by you first. Like, we're going to go on go.
Okay.
Every time. Anyway, Flair. Oh. All right. So we got Flair going up top now. It's already happened for you, but you're going to get the classic back body or body slam from the top rope, gorilla press move. Brother. Flair's selling it.
I'm learning so much about Ric Flair that I wish I watched him in his prime.
Back body, backslide, kicks out. Oh, Flair with a kick to the knee, baby. It's time! Woo! He's going to take you to school now. He's going to work that knee. That's that hurt knee, too. Sting just got surgery on that knee.
You'll know this because your roommate's a wrestler. There's a way to do it so it looks like it's hurt, right? When you're trying to protect a body part, right?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, what exactly?
Say, like, you're targeting an injured knee. Obviously, you're not trying to target it in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't actually hurt the person, but, I mean, you just fake. You do certain things, like, watch right here. So, well, Flair's not going to work the knee. But when he does, all he's really doing is just putting his knee against his thigh. Or, like, when he lays it on the rope, he doesn't really – and he does the, like, jump up in the air and put his butt to the kneecap thing. The knee's on the side, so it doesn't even really – but it's just all about the look, man. But, yeah, we're going in now. We're going to take him to school. Kick that knee again. Bam! Yeah, here we go. He's like, yeah. It's time now. If I was going to take you to school, put that figure – nope, kick him off again.
One thing I will say, I'm surprised Flair didn't get color in this match.
Yeah, me too. Oh, they're in Maryland. They can't.
Oh, is that like an athletic commission thing?
Fuck yeah. Because when that's what happened at the AEW at Full Gear, fucking Kenny and Moxley had that match or whatever match it was that somebody bled. I think it was the lights out match that they had.
Cody match.
No, it was at Full Gear.
Yeah, the
Baltimore.
Cody bled in the Chris Jericho match.
They had a lights out match. Was that the lights out match?
That was on that card, but it wasn't that match.
The lights out match was the one at the end too, with the barbed wire and shit. Was that Double or Nothing? Either way, Chris Cruz, the guy that used to be the WCW fucking announcer, called the athletic commission and got him fined.
Is this a dude that's trying to stop Flair from wrestling?
Same guy. Yep. He used to work for because he's a fucking idiot. He used to work for WCW though, but yeah, he definitely called the athletic commission in Maryland and got them fined for the blood. So that's why there's no blood in this match. That's the only reason. I guarantee that's the only reason. Flair would have been fucking redheaded, hair bright red if he could.
What do you reckon? He bleeds in his next match?
Oh yeah, definitely. He probably bled. The house show the next night. Oh, I love Flair's flip over the corner, man.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's Maryland. Maryland has the no bleeding rule.
That'll be why then.
You know, just Flair always takes every bump on the back to his side and not flat on his back.
Because he did his back in after that plane crash, right?
Yeah. It seems like it would hurt more, but it's not.
Oh, I love that Flair flop.
Stinger splash in the corner.
I nearly called it a sharpshooter. Sorry, Sting.
Well, they're a little different.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a matter of which way you lock it and which way you turn, I think.
Okay. I thought to a novice like myself, they do look very, very similar.
They're very similar. It's just I think it's just a matter of which way you step when you lock the legs and flip it over.
Okay.
But this is not in very well at all right here, obviously.
No.
But we're breaking down. See, we got Vicious out there. Sid Vicious looking
One of them looks like he's wearing like basketball shorts.
That was Sid Vicious. Or Psycho Sid. Or Sid Justice, whatever you want to fucking call him from his WWF days, because I know that's where you know him.
I can't think of him without thinking of We're Live, pal.
Barry Windham was out there. Arn Anderson. Oh, this is about it. We're about to bring it home.
Yeah.
Oh, shoulder block. Flair over the top, got the ropes. Scotty throws his feet off. That's a good spot.
When I watched this match,
Flair with the dive over the ropes, that was great.
Yeah. When I watched this match the other day, I bit on that roll-up spot.
On that one where Flair, he came up behind him, did the schoolboy with him from behind.
Yeah.
Look at this, though. Flair with the roll over, and then they're going to bridge out. Ah, damn. Into another backslide. Oh, woo, another Flair's pissed, throwing some hard chops, and Sting's no selling them. Ah!
Dumb question. Why did they cut to the crowd?
I didn't see it. Oh, I don't know. Clue right there. No, just showing. I don't know. Just showing the crowd all on their feet. I guess it was just a bad move.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, the roll up.
It's high. Here it is. Roll it up for it. 1, 2, 3. New champion, baby. Well, look at that crowd now. Fucking hey, everybody's on their feet.
What's
Scott Steiner's in there. Like, give me that fucking shit. Give me that fucking title belt. Fuck you, get on my fucking shoulders.
That is a very good impression, by the way.
White Mike, my roommate, does an even better one. It's fucking great. Yeah, I love that shot right there. They use that shot a lot right there of the sparks going off from the top, fans celebrating, them holding them up.
It's beautiful. And a reaction I think you would struggle to get in pro wrestling nowadays.
I think Hangman winning was very much the same.
True, but I mean, because of technology and stuff, people would be trying to record it.
Yeah, you're not watching as much like you were. Like nobody's on their phone. Everybody's on their feet, like glued to the ring right here.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's down here like, oh, this match is great. Like, oh, did I miss something? Yeah, everybody's fucking
Yeah, it was like
locked in.
Exactly.
Look how good Sting hooked him right there. Flair helped him to make sure those legs were locked up for the small package, but the cradle.
That's one thing I don't like, and you're probably going to tell me the wrestling reason why it's done. I don't like when wrestlers are kicking their legs during a pin.
It's to just make it seem like they're trying to get out.
Yeah, true.
The struggle. They're trying to show you struggle. They're trying to show you that there's a struggle. They're not just laying there, just like waiting for the cue. Yeah, I mean, you want to sell it. It's all about selling what's going on. So you want to sell that you're like struggling to escape. You know what I mean? If you're just laying there, if you're laying there like nothing's happening, then it's like as soon as you want, you just like pop out. It's like, well, why do you do that at the beginning? Why do you do that at 1? Why'd you wait till 2? But if you're struggling and kicking, it's like, oh, you can't get out until he finally does. You know. But yeah, this view right here, man, Sting at the top of the fucking ramp. Now they're gonna interview him, I think. Oh, here's the thing: the drop down with the sparks and the burning face drops down. Paul Orndorff's like, I'm out of here. Paul Orndorff already left. He ain't out there to celebrate with everybody. They do a champagne bath out back. We got Gordon Solie at the top. Sting, tell me about it. Gordon Solie, one of the greatest fucking voices and commentator announcers in wrestling history. But yeah, he's talking. He's just telling everybody right now about the match, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah. Should we pause it or?
No, I'm just going to watch it for a second until we'll get to the end. We're almost done.
No worries, man.
But now, anytime Gordon Solie's on the air, you want to give him a little love.
He is so good.
Hall of Fame. Well, WCW put him in their Hall of Fame.
And the person that JR cites as the best announcer of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Only because by the way, if you haven't read his book, Under the Black Hat, read it.
It is good, I've heard. Man, look at Sting's chest from those chops, too. He's bruised up. When he turns here in a second, he's got all types of bruises on that chest.
I love stories about, like, Flair's chops when people are like, apparently there were select wrestlers in WWE, and I don't know about WCW, that were like, you've got 2. Use them wisely.
Yeah, because that's how it works. You get to chop him twice, and then he chops you back. But yeah, that's it. That was the match. So Sting's the world champion. We're still celebrating, man. There's still got some pyro going off from the top. He's coming back to the ring. We got another 2 minutes to celebrate with the crowd before we're done. But yeah, man, this match is probably the match that defines my childhood for me. This one Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what did you think about it? So you watched it for the first time. So what did you think watching that match for the first time through recently, and now your second time through watching it?
I think, and this is going to sound very, very stupid, it's a very good match, but it's a match that relies a lot on crowd reaction.
And the build, too. So, like, that's, like, the thing, too, is, like, you have to know that, like, yeah, like I said, that they started that first match in 88 or 89, and it's been, like, Sting's chase since then. Because, like, he didn't get beat by Flair for his first title match. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Flair beat him, time limit ran out. Yeah. So, they've been having that chase, and I think it ended up being, like, whoever won the tournament at Starrcade 89 got the title shot.
Yeah.
And Sting won that at Starrcade Future Shock. And then that's when the whole thing happened. So it's been like a continuing arc for about 2-year chase to get to this point. But yeah, man, I don't know. I love this match for some. It's just one of my favorites. It's not like anything happens in it. It's not like there's like crazy spots. It's the most simple. That's what I was just going to say. It's the most simple wrestling match. It's like knee drops and fucking arm bars and chops and just I mean, they're just out there working, brother, without doing anything over the top and just telling a good story. I mean, that's the most like storytelling in the ring without doing anything like completely crazy. You know what I mean? It was just simple match, simple wrestling, good storytelling. Yeah. Because you could see it throughout the whole time, like, is Sting gonna finally get the is Flair going to hit the figure 4? Is Sting going to get the Scorpion? And when Sting finally got the Scorpion Deathlock on him or whatever, like all hell broke loose, and it didn't matter. He didn't, you know what I mean? Flair was able to crawl out. Sting didn't have it good, so they were just it was teasing and building and teasing and building, and then Flair's about to lock in the figure 4, the roll up. So I mean, it was just good.
Out of kayfabe, do you reckon it was a roll up finish because Flair refused to tap?
No, that's just probably the finish.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Flair. Flair wouldn't do that. Flair loved Sting. No.
I was just genuinely curious.
No, that was probably just the way they worked up the finish, just to be, out of nowhere finish, a flash finish. Some
Yeah,
spot, quick spot out of that, caught him off guard. That way, everybody saves face too. You know what I mean? Like everybody looks strong. You know what I mean? It's not it's not like one person had the advantage throughout the whole time. And so let's see, Sting. I wonder what the date on this? June 7th. Or July 7th. July 7th. So Sting loses the belt like January 13th. So he gets about a 6-month run.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Loses it at a house show.
Really?
Meadowlands.
Oh, wow.
The Meadowlands in New York, New Jersey. I remember it because they showed the footage on like the weekend TV recaps. You know what I mean? They're like, we got a new world champion, and they're like, what the hell? Like, we'll show you the footage, and it was just something similar to that, like a quick Sting. And his Sting was arguing. He was wearing his neon green and black.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that, but I remember him like arguing about the finish too, and then that was about the end of that. But yeah, man, I love this. This was a good pay-per-view too. There's a lot of good stuff on this pay-per-view. Yeah, like I said, we had Mean Mark, Undertaker versus Lex Luger, Flying Brian versus Nature Boy Buddy Landell. There were 2 Nature Boys in WCW at the time.
Yeah.
We had the Iron Sheik versus Mike Rotunda, or IRS, as you might know from WWF. We had Harley Race versus Doug Furnas. That was a good one. Or no, Dutch Mantell. Dutch Mantell versus Doug Furnas. And Harley Race wrestled somebody, though. He wrestled somebody later. He comes out. He just cut a promo. Yeah, Dutch Mantell versus Doug Furnas. Who does Harley have? I'm scrolling ahead. Tommy Rich. Harley Race versus Tommy Rich, which was a world. I think Tommy Rich beat Harley Race or Ric Flair for the belt in like 1980.
Ah.
So, and then we got, what's after that match? So we got Harley Race.
We got the Southern Boys versus the Midnight Express.
The Wild-Eyed Southern Boys. Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong, man. I love some Tracy Smothers, by the way.
We got Z-Man versus Big Van Vader.
I fucking hate the Z-Man, and I absolutely love. This is Vader's debut with WCW too. They've been showing vignettes and promo packages for Vader for like.
There's a Freebirds versus the Steiners on this pay-per-view.
For the U.S. or World Tag titles, I can't remember.
It just says Freebirds versus Steiners, man.
Oh yeah, Doom wrestles on this one too. We got Junkyard Dog and El Gigante and Paul Orndorff versus the Horsemen.
Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah, Rock and Roll versus Rock and Roll versus Midnight? No, Rock and Roll versus
Doom.
Yeah. For the World Tag Team titles.
We had the main event.
Yeah. It's a good show, man. This is a good.
Yeah.
Doom is awesome. Doom is such a good tag team. Butch Reed and Ron Simmons were fucking awesome. They were the first ever black World Tag Team champions.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But yeah. What next week we'll pick out some stuff. I don't know what I'm going to choose yet. I'll shoot you some matches. You shoot me some matches. We'll pick it out.
Have you got a theme in mind?
No, do you?
I'm thinking because it's AEW, should we do 4 AEW title matches?
What do you mean since next week's AEW pay-per-view?
Yeah.
If you want to.
That'd
have to be title matches. They can just be 4 AEW matches because
they've only
had so many title matches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 4 AEW matches, I was thinking.
Well, you can pick 4 AEW matches if you want. You tell me, buddy. You tell me. If that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do.
So I was thinking, because obviously we've got to figure out when we're going to record it yet, because you're out of town for the show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm leaving Thursday morning at 6 a.m.
So we could do the Cody versus Jericho one.
Okay. Which pay-per-view was that from? Do you remember?
Full Gear 2019.
Okay. Cody, Jericho. Okay.
We could do the tag team match, Bucks and Kenny and Paige, which was from Revolution 2020.
What was that one again? Sorry, I'm just not writing down. What was that?
Bucks.
What did you say? Bucks
The
versus
Young
who?
Bucks and the Young Bucks versus Kenny and Hangman. Yeah, from
And that was-
Revolution 2020.
It was 2020, Rev 2020.
And then I'm gonna throw this one in there. Brody Lee versus Cody from Dynamite, which I can't remember now. The one where he squashed him, basically.
The squash one?
Yeah. And
All right.
then
I'll pick the last one. I don't know what it's going to be
you
yet.
pick the last one, my friend.
I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right, so we'll put those out. I'll get the poll up later today. We'll have this episode out today, Friday, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us again this week. We watched my favorite WCW title match as a child. This led to a good run. So this was the end of Ole too, because Ole was the booker man at this point, and he was not getting along well with Jim Herd and everybody in the offices. And this starts the Black Scorpion versus Sting angle, which is said to be one of the absolute worst in WCW history. But I love it. I think it's one of my favorite because this, like I said, I was 7 years old, and this shit was right up my fucking alley. So I love from here on out for Sting that the next 6 months was one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm glad we picked this. I'm glad this one won. I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah, I was. When I saw you pick this, I was like, this is Cass's favorite. I want it to win.
Yeah. But guys, I had fun. Tom, tell everybody, about your projects, what you got going on, where they can find your work. Push yourself, brother. Put yourself over.
So, as usual, you can find me on Tom Talks Rubbish, at Tom Talks Rubbish on Twitter. I need to get back in the swing of it. I haven't done anything like this for a week, Cass.
That's all right.
You can find me, Tom Talks Rubbish on Twitter, Tom Talks Rubbish on YouTube, where I've interviewed some of the greats in wrestling media, such as this guy. And the interview that I really want you guys to check out is still an interview that I'm plugging because I'm really proud of it. But my interview with Jason Solomonster from the Solomonster Sound Off, I'm still really proud of that.
Nice.
I learned so much from that. And I feel like a lot of people have reached out to me and said, I learned a lot about podcasting from that as well. And that's pretty much it for this week, Cass.
That's what's up, buddy. Well, man, I'm glad you had a good vacation. You look like you're a little bit well-rested, and it seemed like you had fun, so I'm glad you're back. And
did you see the pictures?
I saw some pictures. Yeah, I did. I looked at them, so I think you had fun, man. I'm glad you're back, buddy. And this is a good week, man. I enjoyed this match. You guys do. As always, follow everything we do at bodyslam.net. You can go get all your news, results, editorials, podcasts on the website. Follow the site on Twitter at bodyslamnet. We got a YouTube channel. Search for bodyslam.net on YouTube. You can find us there. It's BodySlamNet Pro Wrestling, I think, is the handle on Twitter or on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch as well. Go to twitch.tv/bodyslamnet. Subscribe to follow our Twitch channel. You can find us on any podcast platform as well, pretty much. Your Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. If you're an audio guy, you can find us there as well. And
if they're not on there, Cass will send them a DM being like, please.
No, you just tell me what if for some reason where you listen to podcasts we're not there, you just tell me find it, tell me what it is, and I'll make sure we get it up there as best I can. But all that good stuff, man, we really appreciate everything you guys do. Like I said, we're now up to like 25 countries. I think people are checking out our stuff over the world, so we really appreciate all the support and love from you guys. Yeah, so we're getting out there, man. So really appreciate it. As always, you can find me right here on Twitter at Casshole, CASSHOOOLE. Guys, I love you. Appreciate everything you do. Until next week, man, this has been Wrestle Watch Podcast. Look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Much love, guys.